Hello and welcome to Real Life English Podcast. This is not just an English podcast. This is a calm, gentle space where you can slow down, listen, and learn through real-life conversation. I'm Emma.
And I'm Max. We're really glad you're here with us today, wherever you are right now, at home, outside, or just taking a quiet break from your routine.
Before we begin, let's slow down together. Take one gentle breath in and slowly breathe out. There's no pressure here. You don't need to understand every word. You don't need to be perfect. Just listening is already enough, and it already counts.
Today's conversation is very human. It's about something many people feel deeply, but often don't know how to explain in words.
Yes. Today, we're talking about how to love yourself more than anyone else.
And we want to explain this carefully. Loving yourself more does not mean becoming selfish. It doesn't mean caring less about other people.
It means caring about yourself properly, with respect, honesty, and kindness that doesn't disappear when life becomes difficult.
We'll talk slowly, we'll explain each idea clearly, and we'll use everyday examples, work, family, messages, daily habits, so everything feels real and practical, not theoretical.
Max, let me ask you something gently. How has your day felt so far?
Honestly, it felt busy in a quiet way. Nothing dramatic happened, but I noticed a heaviness, like my mind was carrying too much without resting.
That feeling is very familiar. Many people don't realize how tired they are until they finally pause for a moment.
Exactly. And many people listening right now may feel the same. They are not lazy. They are not weak. They are simply tired from carrying too much responsibility, emotion, and expectation for a long time.
Tired from being understanding. Tired from being strong. Tired from always adjusting themselves for others. And this is where self-love actually begins. Not with confidence or motivation, but with noticing how you truly feel.
There's an important idea we want to explain clearly today. How you treat yourself becomes your standard.
Standard is like an invisible rule you live by. You don't say it out loud, but your actions teach people what you accept and what you tolerate.
For example, if you respect your own time, people usually feel that and respond accordingly. But if you constantly ignore your own limits, others slowly learn that your needs can wait.
This doesn't happen in one big moment. It happens quietly through small daily choices that seem harmless at first.
Like replying to messages when you're already exhausted. Like saying yes when your body is asking for rest. Like staying silent to keep peace even when something hurts you inside.
At first, these choices look like kindness. They look helpful and responsible. But over time, they become habits.
And habits slowly turn into roles. You become the reliable one, the always available one, the person who never says no.
Until one day, you stop and ask yourself, why do I feel empty even though I'm doing so much?
Let me share a small, real-life example. Nothing dramatic, just honest.
Small moments often teach the biggest lessons.
I once knew someone who always replied immediately to messages and calls, no matter the time. They believed being available meant being kind. One day, they replied just 1 hour late.
And suddenly the question appeared, why didn't you answer? That question can feel heavy, Because it makes you feel like you did something wrong.
But the deeper truth is this. Sometimes people don't expect too much. Sometimes we unknowingly teach them to expect too much.
Realizing this isn't about blaming yourself or others. It's about awareness and learning.
So let's be very clear. Loving yourself does not mean stopping kindness.
It means offering kindness with boundaries.
Boundaries are not walls.
They are doors. A door can be open, but it can also be closed when you need rest, space, or peace.
Boundaries allow you to stay kind without losing yourself.
You decide who enters your time, how long they stay, and how they treat you.
When you start setting boundaries, some people may feel uncomfortable.
That doesn't mean you're doing something wrong. It simply means they're adjusting to a new standard in your life.
This leads us to something deeper: self-worth.
Self-worth means believing you have value as a human being, even on tired days, even on imperfect days, even when you make mistakes.
Many people connect their worth to productivity, praise, or approval.
Validation feels good, but when you depend on it, your confidence becomes fragile.
One negative comment can shake you. One ignored message can hurt deeply because your worth is living outside of you.
So here is a sentence to hold gently. My worth is not up for discussion.
And another one. I am enough, even while I'm growing.
Self-love doesn't begin with changing everything. It begins with awareness.
Self-awareness means noticing your feelings without judging yourself or attacking yourself.
Asking simple questions like, what drains my energy? What helps me breathe?
Some habits drain us slowly. Endless scrolling, constant explaining, never resting without guilt.
Noticing this is not weakness. It's wisdom.
There's one more habit many people don't notice: apologizing too much.
Saying sorry for being tired, sorry for asking, sorry for taking space.
Apologizing for mistakes is healthy, but apologizing for being human makes you smaller.
And when you stop shrinking, you begin to hear another voice, the inner critic.
That voice says, "You're not enough. You always fail." Instead of believing it, pause and ask, is this fear or is this fact?
Fear makes everything louder. Facts bring calm.
When your inner voice becomes kinder, something shifts. Saying no feels calmer. Rest feels allowed.
Space opens in your life. Space for breath, peace, and small joys.
Because joy cannot survive in a life that never pauses.
And this is where loving yourself truly begins, in quiet, respectful choices made every day.
Now that we've explored self-worth and boundaries, let's go a little deeper. How do we actually practice self-love every single day?
It starts with noticing your inner voice. That voice inside that comments on everything you do, sometimes harshly, sometimes quietly.
Yes, and the first thing to realize is that your inner voice is not always your enemy. Sometimes it's just pointing out habits, fears, or assumptions that need clarity.
One small step is simple daily sentences. For example, when something is hard, instead of saying, I can't, try, this is difficult, but I can handle it.
Or on a day when you feel drained, gently remind yourself, it's okay to rest. My energy matters.
These sentences may feel small, but repetition builds strength. They train your brain to respond with kindness instead of judgment.
Another practical habit is protecting your energy. Ask yourself, what drains me today? What fills me up?
Some drains are obvious: overwork, toxic conversations, stressful tasks. Others are subtle: social media, constant comparing, small frustrations.
And noticing them isn't complaining, it's wisdom. Awareness is the first action in self-love.
And now, let's talk about the habit of over-apologizing. Many people say sorry too much, even when they are just existing.
Saying sorry for being tired, for needing space, for asking questions. These small apologies shrink your confidence.
Instead, notice your value. You don't need to apologize for breathing, for existing, or for protecting your time.
This is where boundaries meet inner voice. When your inner critic says, "You can't," or "You're selfish," pause. Ask, is this fear or is this fact?
Fear is fog, Max. It clouds everything. Facts are flashlights. They guide you through.
And as your voice becomes kinder, saying no feels calm and natural. Rest feels allowed.
Space opens up. Space for joy, small wins, quiet confidence.
And speaking of small wins, notice the tiny victories in your day. Even getting out of bed on a hard morning is a win.
Replying to one email, going for a short walk, making your bed. These are steps that create quiet strength.
Another habit is self-forgiveness. Everyone carries old mistakes or guilt like heavy backpacks.
Forgiving yourself doesn't mean everything was perfect. It means, I am human. I learned. I will do better.
And when you release shame, the energy you save is huge. You can give more to yourself and others without burning out.
Now, let's connect self-love to your environment. People, routines, habits, and even content shape your energy.
Some relationships feel light, safe, and joyful. Others feel heavy, draining, and stressful.
And it's okay to step back from what no longer serves you. That doesn't make you cruel or selfish. It makes you wise.
Peace is a choice, Emma. Choosing it helps you recover faster. Even after a tough conversation, a stressful day, or a personal mistake.
People who love themselves bounce back faster. They don't punish themselves with shame. They remind themselves, this was hard, but I am still here.
And celebrating small wins matters. One tiny brick at a time builds a strong foundation for confidence.
It's not the giant leaps that matter as much as quiet, consistent steps. One boundary, one kind sentence to yourself, one small win each day.
And let's bring it back to your inner critic. When you question the voice that says you're not enough, you reclaim your power.
Replace harsh words with gentle truths. I am enough. I am learning. I deserve rest.
And when this becomes a habit, you notice something amazing. Life feels lighter, decisions feel easier, and small joys appear naturally.
A warm cup of tea, sunlight on your face, a good message from a friend. These are not luxuries. They are part of a life lived fully.
And every time you honor yourself, you quietly teach others how to treat you.
Your energy, your boundaries, your voice, they set the standard for everything else.
And all of this happens in small, intentional choices every day. One step at a time, one breath at a time, one win at a time.
And when you notice it, your confidence and energy grow naturally. It's not magic, it's consistent care.
And this is the power of self-love. Real, tangible, and alive. Not in words, but in choices.
Now, let's slow down just a little and look at something very real. Self-love is not only about what you say to yourself, it's also about what you allow into your life.
Yes, because your environment shapes your emotions. The people you talk to, the content you consume, and the routines you repeat quietly influence how you feel about yourself every day.
Think about this honestly. After spending time with someone, do you feel lighter or heavier? Do you feel inspired or drained?
This question matters. Self-love means noticing these signals without guilt. If something constantly drains your energy, your body is already giving you an answer.
And choosing yourself in these moments is not rejection. It's protection. Protection of your peace, your focus, and your emotional balance.
Many people think self-love is loud and dramatic, but in real life, it's often quiet decisions, choosing rest over proving, choosing silence over explaining, choosing distance over constant emotional labor.
Emotional labor means carrying feelings that are not yours to carry. Fixing, adjusting, and absorbing emotions until you feel empty.
Self-love asks a simple question. Is this mine to carry? If the answer is no, it's okay to put it down.
Let's talk about routines now. Routines are powerful because they shape your days automatically.
A loving routine doesn't have to be perfect. It just needs to support you.
Maybe it's waking up without rushing. Maybe it's 5 quiet minutes before checking your phone. Maybe it's drinking water slowly instead of in a hurry.
These small acts send a clear message to your mind. I matter.
When you repeat this message daily, your nervous system begins to relax. You stop living in constant survival mode.
These small acts send a clear message to your mind. I matter.
When you repeat this message daily, your nervous system begins to relax. You stop living in constant survival mode.
And when your body feels safe, your confidence grows naturally. You don't force it, you don't fake it.
Another part of self-love is how you handle mistakes. Everyone makes them.
But the difference is how you respond afterward. Do you punish yourself for days, or do you pause, learn, and move forward?
Growth happens when you allow mistakes to teach you, not define you. Shame keeps you stuck. Learning moves you forward.
Self-loving people don't say, I failed. They say, this didn't work, and that's okay.
This mindset creates emotional freedom. You stop being afraid of trying.
And when fear reduces, creativity grows. You speak more freely. You try again. You trust yourself more.
Trusting yourself is a huge part of self-love. Listening to your intuition, respecting your pace, allowing yourself to grow in your own time.
Comparison steals this trust. When you compare your journey to others, you forget your own progress.
Remember, everyone you admire was once a beginner. They were confused, unsure, and learning too.
So instead of asking, why am I not there yet? Ask, how far have I already come?
That question changes everything. It shifts your focus from lack to growth.
And growth feels good when it's acknowledged. Celebrate yourself more often.
Even progress you think is small deserves respect. Small steps taken consistently are powerful.
This is how self-love becomes real. Not in one big decision, but in daily alignment.
Alignment between what you feel, what you say, and what you do.
When these align, life feels calmer and more honest. You stop performing and start living.
And that calm strength is attractive. Not loud, not forced, just real.
This is the kind of energy that builds a fulfilling life. Step by step, choice by choice.
And as this energy grows, you realize something important. You were never broken.
You were just learning how to treat yourself better. Now, let's bring all of this together. Everything we talked about, boundaries, inner voice, routines, forgiveness, leads to one powerful moment. The moment you choose yourself consciously.
Choosing yourself doesn't mean leaving everyone behind. It means standing beside yourself with respect and honesty.
And this choice shows up in small daily moments. When you pause instead of reacting. When you breathe instead of rushing. When you listen to your body instead of ignoring it.
These moments create confidence that feels calm, not loud. Confidence that doesn't need approval.
And now, we want to invite you into this conversation. Not just as a listener, but as a participant.
Take a breath and ask yourself honestly, what is one small way you have not been kind to yourself recently?
There is no judgment here. Awareness is the beginning of change.
Now, think about this. If you treated yourself like someone you truly care about, what would you do differently this week?
This is where we'd love to hear from you. Writing your thoughts helps your mind accept them as real.
So, here are a few gentle but powerful questions for you. Choose one, or answer more if you feel ready.
What is one boundary you need to set to protect your energy?
What is one habit you want to release because it drains you?
What is one kind sentence you want to start saying to yourself every day?
What is one small win you had recently that you never celebrated?
And this one is important. What is one thing you are proud of yourself for right now?
You don't need perfect words. You don't need long sentences. Even one honest line is enough.
When you write it in the comments, something powerful happens. You claim your space. You honor your growth.
And your comment might be exactly what someone else needs to read today.
If this conversation resonated with you, let us know by writing "I choose myself" in the comments.
Or write one sentence that starts with, "Today I will."
These small declarations create real momentum. They turn thoughts into action.
And remember, self-love is not a destination. It's a daily practice.
Some days will feel easy. Some days will feel heavy. And that's okay.
Progress doesn't disappear on hard days. It waits for you to continue.
Every pause you take, every boundary you set, every kind word you speak to yourself matters.
You are learning. You are growing. You are becoming more honest with yourself every day.
And that is real strength.
Take one breath, feel your presence, and take one small step today that supports you.
Then share it with us in the comments. Your voice matters.
You are not late. You are not broken. You are right where you need to be.
And choosing yourself again and again is the most loving decision you can make.